I'm so excited to make this pineapple chicken. It's springtime now, and I want to make a few different meals, a few different things. I'm actually going to be prepping 16 meals for the week. I'm also going to be making some egg salad wraps. I'm going to make some blueberry lemonade overnight oats. I've actually been really into that at the moment. And as well as a whole lot of other things, breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, everything. This will probably go a little bit quicker than when I meal prep for autumn and winter, because when I meal prep in spring and summer, I don't cook everything that I prep, so it's actually nice for me. It goes a lot quicker. And I've actually already also worked out the protein per day. It's kind of like freakishly 100 grams on the dot, so I hit my goal already, and it's also all gluten-free and dairy-free. So I've decided I'm going to start with the breakfasts, the lunches, and the snacks, because these are going to go so quickly. We're going to do the pineapple chicken last. I'm just getting a few eggs on the stove before I do anything else, because I need them cooked before I can make the egg salad wraps, which I'll make in a few minutes. I am boiling 8 eggs for 12 minutes. Okay, so these eggs are boiling away. So we've only got just under 12 minutes to make these smoothies, which should be easy. It's a very easy smoothie. So essentially I'm just making one smoothie recipe, and then right at the end I'm going to divide it, and I'm going to make 2 different flavors using the last ingredient. So half the batch I'm going to make coffee flavored, and the other half I'm going to make matcha flavored. Both are really good, and they both work really well with this simple smoothie recipe. So I'm starting with 2 wrapped bananas, just peeling them and adding them to my blender with about 4 medjool dates. Just take the pit out first if they're still inside. 4 scoops of vanilla protein powder, I use a dairy-free one, 1/4 cup of almond butter, and 4 cups of milk, which just worked out to be 1 carton for me. I'm using an unsweetened soy milk because it's really creamy and it's high protein and it's dairy-free, but any type works for this. Look how creamy it's gone. The banana, the protein powder, the almond butter, the milk all together just makes it go so creamy. And I'm serving out half of what I've made into 2 portions and just putting the rest aside for now. And I'm using some instant coffee powder, just sprinkling it on top. You can use like 1 to 2 teaspoons per smoothie. And mix it in if you want, but what I actually like to do is just put it on top because it actually dissolves into the smoothie. And when you partially mix it in only, it goes like all swirly. I really like that. Okay, so they're done, just putting them aside for now. And I'm gonna make the rest of the smoothie batch into a matcha flavor. I'm adding about 2 teaspoons of matcha per portion here. You can add as much as you like. The matcha has to be blended in, by the way, or else it will go lumpy. Okay, matcha. So there's the matcha ones and the swirly coffee ones. And the eggs are ready, so I'm just putting them in cold water and peeling them and chopping them up. And you know what, this would have been much easier on a plate. Chopping them up into small pieces and getting them back in the bowl with 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, about 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, and a squeeze of lemon juice. And if you have some fresh parsley is really nice too, like 1 to 2 tablespoons chopped, and some spring onion. I usually prefer spring onion in egg salad rather than using raw regular onion. It's got a much more subtle flavor. I usually use like 1/3 to 1/2 cup chopped, mixing it up, also adding a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's done. So I'm just putting that aside for just a moment. I want to slice up some radishes. I saw these at the store this week and I thought these look so much like spring, just the colors, it's beautiful. And you don't have to have them, they're definitely like an optional ingredient in this, but I love the bright color, and they will add a slightly spicy crunch, which will be nice. Basically done with this. Just gonna heat up some tortillas in a pan really quickly. Maybe I should turn the stove on first. Do like 10 seconds aside, roughly 10 to 15 seconds. I've got a few more here because I'm gonna make 4 tortillas. Start with this one first, get the next one going. Adding some of this bright green lettuce to the middle of my tortilla. Baby spinach also works really nicely if you don't have bright green lettuce with some of the radish slices on top of that. Just look at these colors, oh my gosh. And then roughly a quarter of the egg salad mix, I'm making 4 wraps, so just make sure you got enough for the other 3. And I thought some pink pickled onion would also make a really nice extra in this. It adds a lot of flavor. And I find that the pickled onion, like the spring onion, has a much more subtle flavor than raw onion. So I like these in my egg salad wraps. And yeah, I just thought these would make a really good spring lunch, and they do. They make a really good spring lunch. So that just fits really nicely into a container, and just making 3 more quickly. And for this one, I've actually decided to put the radish slices and the pickled onion next to each other, just to group all the pink things together. I think will look really nice. Because when you cut it, you see that? All the colors in the different sections, the green, the pink, the yellow. I think sometimes it's just the small details that make food look really nice. And when you have meal prep that looks nice, you'll still want to eat it when you go to the fridge later for it, you know? So I just try to do the little things like that. But I'm definitely looking forward to eating these later this week. All of our snacks and lunches are done. I'm just gonna pop these in the fridge really quickly. So something that I have been noticing at the grocery store quite a lot is little overnight oats that are like ready-made that you can just buy. They are so tiny, they're so expensive for what they are, and it's not even like you're saving all this time, because overnight oats is like the easiest thing that you can prep. I am making overnight oats. I think it's a great breakfast for spring and summer. I'm gonna prep 2 flavors today because they're so easy to make. You don't have to blend the oats for these. The recipe works whether you blend the oats or not, but it actually changes the texture quite a lot. So I'm gonna be doing it for one of them. So we can just blend it here. 1 cup of oats. Done. Adding my blended oats to a bowl with 4 teaspoons of chia seeds, 4 teaspoons of brown sugar, or any sweetener works, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a cup of plain yogurt, and a cup of milk, and just mix it up. It will thicken up a lot when it soaks in the fridge, so it'll become more like a pudding. And I thought the perfect spring topping for this would be strawberries, so just slicing a few up. And I've got these containers with these separate compartments in that you can put the toppings in. And so just adding the strawberries to the one side, maybe like half a cup per breakfast. Then I thought some granola and some almonds would be really, really nice to add some crunch. So I'm just adding like a tablespoon of each to the other side of the compartment, and just adding the lid, packing it up so it's all ready for tomorrow. And making the second flavor, blueberry lemonade. It's so good. I'm adding a cup of rolled oats to a bowl with 4 teaspoons of chia seeds, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, some maple syrup, and you can add like 2 to 4 teaspoons just depending on how sweet you like things, half a cup of plain yogurt, and a cup of milk. And I'm just using this little grater just to grate some zest from this lemon. I try to get all of it if I can, and I keep just a little bit aside for the topping. You'll see in a moment. And adding the rest in, and I'm adding all the juice from the lemon in. It's probably like 2 tablespoons, you know, in total. I mix it first, and then I add in about 2/3 of a cup of frozen blueberries. And I like to use the frozen ones because they make it go this like purpley color, and when you add the lemon juice in too, it actually makes it go more of like a pinkish purple. So I really like that. So I'm just spooning it into my jars. And I decided to actually add like a teaspoon of blueberry jam into each one as a topping. You can swirl it around into the oats if you want, and just have like a little bit with it when you eat it. It's really nice. And then the last of the lemon zest on top. And for toppings, I have decided a few fresh blueberries just because I already have some in the fridge. Okay, we're doing like 3 types of blueberries here, but this is just if you have it. It definitely doesn't need it. And then adding like 1 to 2 tablespoons of almonds roughly, and like a tablespoon of granola just for each one. I actually wanted to show you the whole spread together. I wanted you to just see like all the flavor variation. And this is why I love overnight oats for breakfast when meal prepping, because you can make multiple flavors in just a few minutes. That was so quick. And we got 2 flavors, blueberry lemonade and blended vanilla with strawberry. So obviously you can use any container to make overnight oats in, but what I really, really like about these ones in particular is that they've got this separate compartment in. You can put all your toppings in there so they don't go soggy. I mean, it's just all in one. It just pops right in there. It's got the spoon up here. It's got this cute little spoon that just fits right in. That just folds up. And you can just pop it into the top of the lid. So I've really been loving these So Light ones, and I talked to them about sponsoring today's video, and they've even given me a discount code that you guys can use to get 10% off. All you have to do is click the link below this video and use my code Liezl10A at checkout on Amazon, and you can get 10% off for a limited time. They're glass, they're BPA free. The compartment has a silicone seal that keeps the moisture out of the compartment to keep all the toppings nice and crispy. And you can use this for so much more than just overnight oats. You can use it for parfait, for yogurt. You could put your toppings in the top here. You could use it for little veggie sticks. You could put your dip at the top. You could use it for a little salad. Put your salad dressing and toppings in the compartment. I mean, yeah, so absolutely love these. I'm gonna put these in the fridge. Put these in the fridge, stop waving them around. And then we're gonna make the long-awaited pineapple chicken. I'm just gonna put some rice on the stove, and then we will get to the sauce. You will see. I'm doing roughly 2/3 of a cup of dry white rice and about 1.5 cups of water. I'm gonna get it on the stove, bring it to a boil, let it simmer for like 15 minutes. And in the meantime, let us finally make the pineapple chicken. By that I mean the sauce. The secret pineapple sauce, which is not very secretive. We're going to separate the chunks and the juice in these cans. Let's do that right now. So you want to make sure you got roughly 3/4 of a cup of pineapple juice. So I'm just measuring it quickly. It's pretty much exactly 3/4 of a cup. But if you don't have enough, you can just top it off with a little bit of water. We got the separated pineapple pieces and the pineapple juice, which smells delicious, by the way. Oh, my rice is... Oh, almost lost the rice. Turn that down to a simmer. And set a timer for 15 minutes. Let's make it the sauce. Then adding 2 tablespoons of honey, some low sodium soy sauce, like 2 tablespoons, or you can use coconut aminos, a teaspoon of rice wine vinegar, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, some salt and pepper, and lastly, I like to add a tablespoon of cornstarch, and I usually make this in a container that has a lid, and I just shake it just to get rid of the cornstarch lumps. It's the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. And the sauce is done. So I'm just gonna leave that aside for just a moment while I get the vegetables ready. Got a red and a green bell pepper, and I'm slicing them up into long strips. I like to cut them this way because I don't like everything in the pineapple chicken dish to be the same size and shape. So I like a little bit of variation. It's actually really nice with some variation. So you'll see what I mean when the whole thing is finished, because there's a few different things going in. And I do the same with the onion, just longer type strips. And when I make this, I like to prep everything first, then I start cooking, because it actually goes quite quickly once you start cooking. But everything's ready now. Adding about 2 tablespoons of oil to a pan here. So I got some chicken breast meat here, about 1 pound roughly, cut up into pieces. You can also use chicken tenders if you want. I'm gonna get it all in the pan, just spread it out. And in a few minutes, I'm gonna turn all the pieces. So it's really easy to cook. It's my 1-turn chicken method, if you remember from my old videos. And you can cook tofu the exact same way. So if you wanna use tofu instead of chicken, that's everything. I'm gonna turn all the pieces in just a few minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. And then we will go into the next step. And you'll know they're ready when the underneath part is getting quite crispy, as you can see here. Give this a little toss. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer all this chicken to this bowl. You can add a little bit more oil if you need to. I don't need any, I've still got oil in there. Keep chicken aside. Let's get the pineapple in. So I like to keep tossing it for like 1 to 2 minutes, just so it doesn't burn, but it's going to start getting a little bit of a brownness, getting nice and caramelized, that's what you want. Then throwing the onion in. I like to give this some extra time just to get a little bit browned before I add the rest of the vegetables. Just keep tossing it. And now adding the peppers. And I like to cook this for like 5 minutes, just until they don't have that like raw look anymore, you know. Now I'm turning the heat down and adding the sauce. And you know, you don't want it to be too hot when you add the sauce. Just let it cool down a little bit first. Toss it around, let it thicken up. And then the last thing, I like to add the chicken back in last, so it doesn't overcook, because it's like cooked already, you know. So just tossing it all up, it looks so good. It looks incredible. So the rice is also ready, so I'm just going to serve that out first. I've got 4 containers here, and just dividing it between the 4. It should be roughly half a cup cooked rice per serving, give or take, you know. And the pineapple chicken. The pineapple chicken, it's so delicious. I highly recommend this one. If you haven't tried one of my recipes yet, or even if you have tried all my recipes, try this one. Very good. And you know what's amazing on top? Some of the spring onion. Just using the leftovers from the lunch wraps. I like a little bit of green, a little bit of something fresh on top. It just brings it all together. Some sesame seeds are really nice on top if you have any too. Just adds the final touch. I like black ones and white ones, and a little bit of pepper. And that is how I like to make my pineapple chicken. It's definitely Asian inspired. I love the caramelized chunks of pineapple in there that add these bursts of flavor. Pineapple chicken looks incredible. Oh my gosh. It smells really good as well. Just need to get the lids on the last few things, put everything away. But I just want to say really quickly, I'm going to have all the ingredients for everything that I've made today on my blog for you. I'm going to have that link below with a grocery shopping list in case you want to make everything as well. And oh yes, I'm going to show you how to customize the calories. If you want to, if you just want to maintain weight, you can just make everything that I made exactly how I made it today. But if you want to customize the calories either to lose weight or to gain weight and build muscle, or just to maintain your weight at your like ideal calorie amount, I'm gonna show you how to do that now. It's really, really easy to do. But yeah, I'll show you after I've put everything away. So all the meals and the snacks that I made are roughly 400 calories each. That is why it's really easy to customize the whole week of calories. So for 1,200 calories a day, you can have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then just leave out the snack. For 1,400 calories a day, you can have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and half the portion of the snack. For 1,600 calories, you can have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the snack. That's exactly what I prepped. For 1,800 calories, you can have breakfast, lunch, a double portion of the dinner, and half a portion of the snack. For 2,000 calories, you can have breakfast, lunch, a double portion of the dinner, and the snack. For 2,200 calories, you can have breakfast, double the lunch, double the dinner, half the snack. For 2,200 calories, no, we did that one already. For 2,400 calories, you can have breakfast, double the lunch, double the dinner, and the snack. For 2,600 calories, you can have double breakfast, double lunch, double dinner, and half the snack. For 2,800 calories, you can have double breakfast, double lunch, double dinner, and the snack. For 3,000, double breakfast, double lunch, double dinner, and then a full portion of the snack plus another half portion. And for 3,200 calories, double breakfast, double lunch, double dinner, double snack. Here's some nice drawings for you that are spring themed. So since the breakfast was not fully put together yesterday when I prepped it, I thought I'd show you how I put it together, what it looks like when you put it together. So just pouring the toppings on, unfolding the spoon. And that is roughly what it looks like. Just give it a little toss. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.